spiritual levels. No dancing with devils, no fellow with rebels. Some digging with shovels, they digging real deep. Some humble, they hearken, they listen, they meet. Some praising most high 7 days of the week. Some putting that work and no teaching the streets. Some just come to take up the air that we breathe. Some come just to take up the space that we need. Their spiritual levels, they come in all shapes and the sizes, they're several. We got the power.
Mighty Prophet back again with another video. Once again, as usual, give you all the good content. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel, man. Really make sure you hit that like button so my videos are notified on other people's recommended videos so they can like, share, subscribe too. Please hit that subscribe button, man, so I can get I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers right now, man. Really, I'm trying to hit 1K, but let me get to that 500 subscribers right now. Please help me push that limit to 500 subscribers. The channel is growing pretty good in my opinion. But I'm trying to make a real quick video on my Dodge Charger. Right now I am at 151 and 85,000 miles on my Charger right now as we speak. You gotta forgive me for the background. This is my daughter's crib for when she gets a little older. Just put it up on the wall to save more space inside my house. But once again, this video is about my Charger. I'm at 151,000 miles, 151K miles on my Charger. Just want to give you an update of how it's been running and how reliable this car is. So this car is very reliable. I know if you see Scotty Killer's videos, he say don't buy a Dodge Charger, blah blah blah, this and that. I don't really recommend buying the 2015s and up Chargers because FCA took over after 2013, I believe. So my car was actually made, I have a 2012 Charger. My car was actually made in 2011. So before FCA took over the Chargers, which is a really good thing. But I just want to give y'all a heads up. This car is really reliable, really reliable. Really don't have any issues with it. I mean, I'm gonna point out the issues and the goods. There's more goods than any issues. The only bad thing about this car is, right now, as y'all know, my car is wasting a lot of gas. And it's not giving me a service engine light, but as far as I know, it is the O2 sensors. I ordered multiple O2 sensors for it, so I know for a fact it is the O2 sensors. The O2 sensors, the oxygen sensors, that's actually the defect in this car right now that's making me waste more fuel. So I got to get the Mopar sensors for it. The Mopar sensors are not very expensive. They are expensive. I've been ordering sensors for like $60 for a set of 4, or $80 for a set of 4. The sensors itself is $60 to $80 for one piece. So I'm trying to avoid paying so much money for just some damn sensors. So I'm in the process of sending my stuff back, getting a refund for it to actually get the OEM sensors for this vehicle. So I'm going to get the Mopar sensors. I found some on eBay for about between $66 and $80. So that's the only issue I really have, is just it not necessarily reading, it's not necessarily pulling up a service engine light and telling me that I'm wasting gas. So I actually had, I'm not sure if I said it in one of my videos before, my previous videos, I actually had a Your Mechanic guy come out and check my car. He said, man, you take good care of the car. Like, it looked like it ain't got but like 50,000 miles on it. So he couldn't find anything. The only thing he said was that the O2 sensor was reading very slowly. And I saw the same thing. That's why I called him, because I couldn't figure out anything else. Like, okay, like what's going on? I don't have like the necessary diagnostic tool that the dealership has. So I called him up to figure out what was wrong with it. So that's like really the only issue that I have with this car. Other than the suspension. The suspension is trash on this car. It's not, I won't say trash, it's not the best suspension, but it is easy to get to if you know what you're doing. So that's the only really issue I had with this car. So I really haven't had really any issues with it. I'm just gonna start off when I first bought the car. Like I say, I bought the car with 105,000 miles on it. The first issue I had was with the radiator. It was leaking a little bit. It wasn't like draining my coolant like that, but it was leaking. So that's what I fixed. I had got a radiator off eBay for like $2, like $50, $40 probably. And from there, like months down, like it took a year or so later, it was my oil cooler housing that actually had messed up. It was leaking oil, so it was an $80 fix, probably like, I think like $60, $70 fix. Got that fixed, no other issues, and then maybe like a month or two later, that's when I started having issues with my gas mileage. So I'm still having issues with the gas mileage. I know the oxygen sensors, blah, 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 this and that. And then after that, I still haven't gotten it fixed yet. As y'all know, I'm trying to get it fixed. I'm just trying to I'm being cheap right now. So I gotta go the expensive route, which is buying the OEM sensors. But the last issue I had with this car is the suspension. The suspension is, in my opinion, it isn't that bad, but I mean, as far as I know on the forums and stuff, on the Dodge Charger forums, that it is trash. It is trash. But in my opinion, it's not too bad. It's good. It's easy to maneuver through and easy to work on. So the only thing that's the hardest thing to do, it's not hard really, but it's a lower ball joint. The actual what's it called? Yeah, the lower ball joint where you gotta take the knuckle off and push it in. It's really not hard really at all, me personally. But that's pretty much the only issues I ever had with this car. Other than that, the car is very reliable. The engine has treated me well. It's still a very good engine, very powerful engine for a V6. The car is solid. I mean, it still looks very new, as you can see. It still looks new. I mean, I wish I can get y'all in the nighttime. I'm gonna get y'all one in the daytime and the nighttime, hopefully. I got some LED lights installed on it, some different ones. But other than that, this car is very reliable, man. I had to give it to Dodge for that. This car is very reliable. The repairs on this car really isn't that expensive at all. Yeah, I mean, the repairs on this car really isn't that expensive, as long as you take care of it. The reason I say I regret having bought this car with 105,000 miles on it, because if I had bought this car with 30,000 miles on it, I wouldn't have a single issue with it, because I know a lot of other stuff that can help improve it and keep everything intact where I won't have to replace it, other than like the fluids, like brake fluids and stuff like that. But yeah, man, this car is really reliable. I really haven't had really too many issues with it. The issues that I have is really small, really minor. I'm at 151K miles on the car, and this car is really reliable. The only thing to really look out for this car is the transmission. The transmission is not the best. Dodge is known for that. Ford, all that type of stuff. It's not the best transmission in the world. It's good, it's still good, but it's not the best transmission in the world. It still shifts good. I mean, I have no issues with it. It still shifts good, reverse is good, and all that good stuff. I haven't had issues with transmission at all. Trying to think about what else. Yeah, I mean, like, the car is really reliable. No issues, no electronic issues, anything like that. I got my aftermarket stereo in there, as y'all know. The only thing with that is actually the Metro itself. Like, when it's cold outside, you really want to keep this garage. You really want to keep this car garage kept. If you have a Metro kit in the car, because when it's cold outside, it actually phases the screen, the 4.3 inch screen actually phases to where you can't really control the climate. You actually have to warm the car up for like 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes for it to actually clear back up. So if you watch my previous video, if you watch one of our previous, like a video from like a year ago, I actually go on through why it does that. But it's a brother that constantly comments on it, like, how you haven't found a fix for it yet. I'm gonna try to put his YouTube up here, but me and him are trying to find a fix for it, but we can't find a fix for it. It's just Metro kit itself. That, man, really no issue with the car, man. I had the car for almost 3 years now, so it's very reliable. As I had bought it from 105K miles. It's very reliable. Just from that, I put over 50,000 miles on the damn car within almost 3 years, which is a lot of miles. So I travel a lot. Actually, I'm starting to travel a lot more now. So I'm planning on getting a V8 version model of this car, man. It's gonna be 2013, 2014 V8 version of this Charger, or my goal is to get a 2015 and up of this car because of the 8-speed transmission, a little bit more gas mileage towards the car. So look out for that. I'm just trying to like build my score up just a little bit higher so I can get that APR where it is, because I still owe on this car. I am in negative equity with this car because it ain't worth but like $3,000. I still owe like $9,000. Oh, I'm at $8,000, like $8,900 some dollars. So I want to get back like $3K for it. I'm gonna put down like hopefully I can put down for like $1,000 for it, so I can kind of cover some of the costs. But I will be getting a V8 version of this car, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned. I should have got a V8 in the first place, man. I've been trying, but I was trying to find, I mean, at first I was trying to find a black car. I could not find a black Charger nowhere at all. Every Charger I found, it was like orange. Like I found an orange RT at CarMax for like 16K. I should have got that instead of getting the V6. The V8 is much needed in this Charger. The car is too heavy for this. The car is too heavy for what it's trying to pull on the V6. So I definitely recommend the V8 Charger. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you go watch one of my videos. I got why you should buy a V8 Charger instead of the V6. The V8 is well worth it. It's a little bit more maintenance, but it really ain't too much big of a deal. But I will be getting the V8 here soon, maybe in like 3 months or so. Like I say, I'm just trying to get my credit score built up a little bit, like at 7 something, so I can get the lowest APR because I am trading in with negative equity. So I will be getting a V8 pretty soon. So a lot of more content coming in the next few months, hopefully. But yeah, man, I just want to make this real quick video of why this car, the V6, man, this car is reliable, man. Like it really is. Like people talk crap about the car, blah blah this and that. The car is reliable, man. The only thing I can say bad is not transmission. The only thing I can say bad is the suspension. Actually, to update y'all on the suspension, man. Y'all, as y'all know, I changed my whole suspension, man. I changed up everything. And I'm still getting, now after like a week or two later, I'm still getting a rattle sound. So I'm not sure what it is. I rattled this right here. Like this right here. Y'all see the fender wheel? I hear that. I'm not sure if it's that or it's like just the parts that I ordered were not quality. But I got like some kind of rust or whatever that is up there, so I'm not sure what it is. So make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the notification bell so y'all can be notified every time I post a video, man. I'm giving y'all this good content, man. I'm not gonna stop giving y'all this good content, man. I don't want y'all, the reason I give y'all this content because I don't want y'all to take your car to the shop, man. Work on it at your house, man. If you got an apartment, man, work on it outside of your apartment, man. Do not take your car to the shop because they're going to teach you out of your money. I mean, like I say, if you don't have time, take your car to a shop. I prefer a Hispanic shop personally because they're not going to charge you as much as a dealership would or as your mechanic would. They're going to give you the best. They're going to tell you really what's wrong with it and give you, and it's going to fix it. They're going to order a part and they're going to fix it. So instead of spending $300, $400 here and there, man, the Hispanics will fix it up real quick for you. So I prefer you work on it yourself, man. And you just need the tools, man. It's real easy, it's not hard at all. It's just if you have the time to do it or not. So man, make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel, man. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a video, man. It's your brother, the Mighty Prophet 144K.
The spiritual levels, no dancing with devils, no fellow with rebels. Some digging with shovels, they digging real deep. Some humble, they hearken, they listen, they meet. Some praise the Most High 7 days of the week. Some put in that work and go teach in the streets. Some just come to take up the air that we breathe.